Hey guys, welcome to disc 2. So on Duck Station I had to figure out how to change discs. I figured out in like 5 minutes, and that's why we're in this position I'm currently in and not where we were before. So anyways, now there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes, so keep in mind there's gonna be a little bit less gameplay and a lot more of these kind of things. And this is where the Xenogears collaboration on the Brave Exvius global version is currently taking place on disc 2. So if you were wondering where all those things happened, it's happening here. So anyways, let's get into it. If you didn't watch any other parts, I'd really recommend watching them before watching this, because you won't get anything that's going on right now. Lacan, what is wrong? Lacan? In that dream, I was called Lacan. I was an artist. I had become recognized as a talented artist, and now was painting the portrait of Nissan Mother Sophia. No. It is nothing. I'll just finish for today. You look rather tired. Are you alright? I am fine, thank you. Now that you mention it. Shall we stop for the day? You must be the one who is tired, Mother Sophia. Enough of that now. When it's just the two of us, would you stop calling me that? Just call me Ellie, as you used to back in the old days. And you don't have to be so stiff and formal. Alright, I mean, yes, let's do that, Ellie. Ellie. It was a time when she went by such a name. A time when she had met up with one another. A time when nothing mattered between us. It was better that way, just two people together. It was better to have left it that way. Finish the painting, come on. I think I might go back home, only for a week or so. Oh, really? What is the matter? I ran out of paint, so I need to go make some more. You're going all that way just to do that? If I don't go there, I won't be able to write the right pigments. Oh, then how about I have one of my followers, the call, take you in one of our gears. You'll arrive quicker and you'll be much more safe. I lied. It wasn't out of paint. I just feared I would finish the portrait. I wanted to keep on painting forever. So I wanted to buy time. She's probably despises me for that. No, she'd probably just give me her usual smile. She was that kind of woman. Dreams. A life of man Lacan and the lives of countless other men, all but dreams. Now that I'm awake, those countless number of long, heart-rending dreams are almost impossible to remember at all. In those dreams I loved one woman, no matter what the day, no matter what the era. That did not change, nor did her name. That dream changed me. That dream was the catalyst for me to resolve what my purpose was. I think I know now. I think I know what I have to do. That long memory of a dream. Perhaps it was the memory of my soul. And by the way, this will be basically vice versa, yeah. So it's literally the same thing. It's literally the exact same talking points. So you're not really missing out on anything. It's literally a mirroring of it, except with a few words. But it's the same. It's just the same perspective. It's just the perspective of either of them. So not really worth talking about those too much. Speed up the video a little bit here. Here you go. I'm healed. You've been sleeping in this nanoreactor for 3 weeks. Nanoreactor? Who are you? Me? I forgot my name. Somebody call me Tora. You seem to have recovered completely. Those were terrible wounds, but maybe your youth and strength helped. Your friend's wounds are more serious and may take a while longer. My friend? Ellie! Ellie. He quit staring at the naked girl. Come over here. Ellie? I don't believe there's anything here. No. There are some treasures in this house, like outside and everything like that though. Hey! Doc! I heard from Tara and I heard right over here. Boy, was that lucky. You were fortunate to have come down near Tora's research facility. This is no research facility. It's a man's hideaway. Satine told me about you. I was shocked to see a couple lying down with blood all over them. A couple? At any rate, you had a narrow escape. Faye, make sure you thank Tara. Tara, thank you very much for helping Ellie. Well, Ellie and I was hurt so badly. What is that machine? It's called a nanoreactor. It's a device that can rebuild substance at a molecular level. Not only can it just heal humans, theoretically it should also be able to create many substances. Is the thing that seems the guy the same as Krellin is studying? Yes, that's right. I was the one who taught nanotechnology to him. You did? Oh jeez. That scared me a little bit. We shouldn't be wasting time talking about such an unimportant subject. Looks like her treatment is done. Well, it didn't look like it took much longer. Oh, you don't need to come. Just come. We'll just wait here. Okay. Ellie. Okay. Now why don't you two go get some fresh air outside out to ease the shock of the change? I knew it was you. Okay? When you came in the room just then, I was afraid you may have just forgotten about me and everything else. What do you mean? I mean, because, Ellie, you seemed a little different than before. And my face changed? No, that's not it. It's more like, I mean, your atmosphere or impression is different, just a little. I feel something familiar. I felt the same way when I met you for the first time. Some particular feeling like we've met before somewhere. Okay. Yes? I don't remember much what happened after we were shot down. It's better that way. But I heard someone calling my name. I felt like I was covered in something very warm. I remember that clearly. Oh, your blood all over the place? Thank you, Faye. Ellie. And here comes the ALC blocker. Hey, it's almost time for you to come back. There's something important we need to talk to you about. Alright, we're coming. Well, Ellie, shall we go see what's up? Sure. Gear to upgrade. How do you feel now? The fresh forced air should have refreshed you somewhat, huh? Anyway, it's about the removal of the seal. I found out it can be released by using the nanotechnology that regenerated you two. Your nano-assemblers are enclosed in this pod. If only we could scatter them all over the world. There's an ancient military installation nearby. We might be able to use the mass driver located in there to launch this pod into the upper atmosphere. Once the nano-assemblers are released upon there, the convection currents should spread them all over the world. I wish I could go do it, but I am getting too old for that type of thing. Then again, it's just for your future. An old man should not butt in. You young ones must do it for yourselves. Here. And of course, I'm not asking you to do it for free. Try your wristband on. What is that? It doesn't do anything. This is called a motion control device in which nanotechnology is applied. From this machine shaped as a wristband, nanomachines are infused through your epidermis into your brain. There they refine the SSRI cerebral substances such as serotonin and control emotions. But they don't do anything, really. They don't. Well, I suppose it's rather difficult for you to understand, but in short, means that the manifestation of your second form id can be suppressed. Id. Okay. Well, it's all theoretical though. Oh, and I did one more thing as well. I installed the same control device in your gear. You mean it can release id as well? Yes, I called it System id. But of course, it should not be overly used. It will be overly used. And it's not going to be used as a last resort. It will literally be used every single fight because it's broken. Faye, there was nothing you could do. It will never happen again with Torah's technology though. He is one of the 3 Shiva sages. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. Oh, it sounds like we have a guest. But yeah, System id is really broken and OP and will literally always be used. Faye, we've got problems. And why should I care about your problems? You tried to have me frozen. Today, a peace settlement between Ave and Kislev is being held at Shivat. With Solaris mobile weapon are approaching Shivat as we speak. Please help us. That has nothing to do with this young man. Tara! Get on my nerves for being so selfish. Satan told me about you. You showed up after finding out that it is now controllable. Aren't you ashamed? You haven't changed since then. You only care about yourselves. Faye! You don't need to listen to these guys who once tried to kill you. But... please go. I'll go to the mass driver. Ellie? No matter what happened before Shiva needs you now, although you may be saving some selfish people, there is still the world and its countries with many more innocent people. Please don't forget that. Bart and his people are fighting to protect those same lives, aren't they? So please go help them. Are you sure? What about you? Don't worry about me. I'll manage somehow. But all by yourself. I will accompany Ellie. You don't have to worry. I have brought along my own Omni Gear. Your own Omni Gear? Yes, my Omni Gear Fenrir. It is the same one I brought from Solaris. I left it in with Gasper in case of emergencies. Doc. Alright, please take care of her for me. Ellie, please be careful. I will. We are truly grateful for your kindness, Faye. Huh. Suit yourselves. Ignis, right? Yes. The goal of the enemy is to destroy the cities in Ignis. They have already destroyed half of Bleakdev and will probably reach Nissan in about 4 hours. Shiva will try to drive them back with all their power it has. 4 hours, that's cutting it close. No need to worry, Balthar and I fixed our gear with the nanomachines. It's much more powerful than it ever was before. Why you should get there in half the time? What? Is Old Man Ball here? And Merald is here as well. Look at this beast. Look at him. He's flexing. It's flexing time. Look at this beast. This is what a gear looks like, guys. He's here to chew bubblegum and kick you know what. And he's all out of bubblegum type of gear. This is incredible. We meet again. The host for the spirit of the Slayer of God. I didn't think I would ever work on it again. But why are you both helping me? There are some things you can't explain with the words. Fate, you're just gonna have to see it for your own eyes. Hey, going? Yeah, I better hurry. Hey, where are you going? Like, please hurry. Alright. That is very fast. Are you sure you want to go through with this? You wanted to live quietly away from the battlefield, did you not? I noticed myself running away from reality. At first, I thought my situation was similar to his. I thought Faye would understand my feelings. I didn't know if my love for him was real or not. I may have been desperate after I losing my mother and father. Ellie. Despite all that, I might still love him. That's why I want to see what Faye can do and what I can do. I want us to be apart and think about ourselves again. I wanted to see how I really feel. You have changed a lot, Ellie. What happened to you in the past 3 weeks? Really? I don't think I've changed. Yes, you have. I should say you have matured. Like a mother. Excuse me, I'm only 18 years old. I'm nowhere near the age of being your mother. Haha, you gave me that impression. Sorry, you gave me that impression, that is all. Anyway, Satan, I'm going now. Alright, I will follow you as soon as I finish off here. I go too. What? I go. Emerald, I can't take anyone else along with me for something like this. I'll be fine on my own. If Ellie go, I go too. Emeralda have to go with you. Emeralda? No, Emeralda will go too. Why not let her go? I'm sure Solaris has a hunch about the limiter. They may interfere, so you may feel uneasy going it alone. I think Emeralda is cut out for this job. Besides, she's going to want to go no matter what. Just take care of her until I can join you, please? Okay, you win. Let's help each other, alright? I can do it alone. You just watch. Yeah, probably. I thought so. So you're the one who brought Faye and his girl to me. I realized at the minute I saw two of them. Why? How could I help but notice? They looked the splitting image of you and her. Yes, just as you yourself looked way back then. Right, Lacan? What do you mean he's still alive? Yes. Ridiculous. Didn't Ramses shoot him down? She was also in the gear that Ramses shot down. I won't have her die. But there is already a mother. Although she may be the anti-type, as long as the current mother exists. As far as I see it, that is not complete. Quite picky, aren't you? Didn't you also say you threw away all human emotions? I don't care what you think. Anyways, as far as he is concerned, I will put Ramses onto him. Any objections? Where is he presently? Internet is destroyed, but part of the memory cube is still active. We should still be able to locate individuals. Wait a moment. He has left the cache site and is heading towards Ignis. I see. So he left the area. It means it is only a matter of time before the seal is broken. Did you say something? It is nothing. Just sit there and wait for the good news. What about retrieving the girl? The key is already beginning to resonate. The time of resurrection is near. We can get the girl anytime. Doesn't have to be now. Let's take our time. On my way to Ignis, I re-encountered him. Kara and Ramses. Ramses once again stood in my way in his Omnigear vendetta. It was an unavoidable battle. I released the new function of that was added to my Mark II here. System id. Let's go. Just press square and win, basically. Did it again. Okay, that's good. Hey, now he's tickling me. This should be it. Yep. Ramses just can't win. Ramses' absolute confidence was shattered, leaving only his cry of disbelief and resentment. Ramses' machine disappeared into a sea of foliage. Why he was so fixated on me, I do not know why, but he did say this. Well, if only you didn't exist. Very depressing. It is what it is. In order to disperse the nanomachines, Emeralda and I headed for one of the ruins of the Zeeblum civilization, the mass driver facility. Fortunately, the facility was still active, which allowed us to proceed on the central control without little difficulty. Along the way, we saw various missiles and giant rockets that were created during the Zeeblum era. They stood like tombstones of the ancient civilization. It was a graveyard of a race of people who destroyed each other over pride and arrogance. Once arriving at the control room, we met up with Zatan, who helped us activate the mass driver. We succeeded in launching the capsule containing nanomachines, which would release the seal limiter. I don't understand why a small little capsule is going to make all this noise, but okay. Maybe it's bigger than what they are telling us it is. It still perplexes me why they even show this, with that place being, you know, destroyed and abandoned. Just saying, including land as well. This place as well. I don't know why. The orphanage. And Nissan. I'm curious to see what would happen. Or what is going to happen. And the machines that were scattered into the upper atmosphere began to multiply and spread throughout the whole world. The nanomachines glittered in the sunlight, falling like a large river in the sky. That glitter would remove the bonds restraining everyone. It was be our light of hope regaining back our true freedom. Blair's mobile service supremacy weapon invaded the area with great force. Shiva and Nissan's standard gear battalions were no match against it. It was only a matter of time before the Solaris mobile weapon arrived in Nissan. After we pushed back the Solarian gear, we headed for Nortune, in the Kislev Capital Administrative District. We went there to obtain one of our one and only means to standing up against the mobile weapon. Sure. It says the only time you'll be able to see this one gear unless you use cheats, otherwise you'll crash the game if you use it outside of this battle, pretty much. Especially if you have an overworld. If you try to bring it to an overworld, it'll definitely crash the game because there's no overworld sprite for it. That's the reason why. So sadly, we only get to use this bombing gear one time. Just the one time. Sadly. Kislev Capital Nortune's Central Administrative District itself was a secret battleship constructed by Bart's ancestor, Rani Fatima, after the Great War with Solaris many hundreds of years ago. The existence of the secret battleship remained hidden. Later, the ship was turned into a secret section of the Kislev imperial capital during the founding of the empire. Uncovering this truth from some ancient records, Bart activated the secret battleship in order to fight against the Solarian mobile surface supremacy weapon. The sand cruiser Xenogears was actually the center command and also the main secret weapon of the craft. Awakening from 500 years of dormancy, its true form appeared before us. Commanded by its new master, the secret battleship stood before the mobile weapon with all of its inside of it. Remember, we only get to use this once. Sadly, I'd like to use it more, but we don't know why we can't use it more than once, but whatever. You're having some nose problems, apologies. Super Dimensional Gear Xenogears 4. Alright, transformation complete. Come on, monster, let's go. And then it just like so eerily just appears in the screen. It barely does any damage. Like there's no way we can lose. So much for hyping this thing up, right? So much for hyping this thing up. This thing stands no chance against us. It does almost no damage, and look how much health we have. It's a lot faster than us, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything anyways. Like, it's tickling us. We have the cannon. Might as well use it because we only get to use it one time anyways. Doing so little damage, guys. We used a lot of fuel for that attack, sadly. Doesn't matter. Bye now. So much for being some kind of ultimate weapon. We brought the big guns, they didn't. Obviously he'll level up because he's the only one here. He's the only one that's in the party. The Solaris mobile weapon was destroyed, which brought a slight of relief to the continent of Ignis. Peace was signed, and after some 500 years of division, the land of Ignis once again became united. Excitement spread throughout Ave, Nissan, Kislev, Shivat. The sky shimmered as if to celebrate. By the hands of Ellie, Satan, Tara, and Emeralda, and the nanomachines had been dispersed into the atmosphere. That was when disaster struck. Our songs of victory were replaced with the sounds of total pandemonium. In the beginning, we had no idea what transpired. We witnessed inexplicable phenomena. People from all parts of the globe began to mutate into abnormal forms. I never noticed the woman in the middle there. That's horrifying. I never noticed that. her face. That's okay. Well, you can't forget that. Seemed to be triggered when the nanomachines removed the limiter seal, but that was placed on humankind by Krellian in the past. The human form when its inability is released. That's what I remember when Hammer had said back in Solaris. His words were, "What becomes of normal humans?" So they're nurturing or germinating because the resurrection of God is near. Those who will become the body of our servant. Never knew so many would exist even without using the key. But some of them still do not have not begun to germinate. Are they not destined to become flesh of God? Or perhaps those are enemies of God? Let us reactivate the strategic points of the Soylent. At any rate, they are just incomplete mutants. They are useless now in their half-finished form. God's apostles, there cannot be any harm in having too many of them. Sickos. The chains that restrain humankind have been removed because of you. That doesn't mean there is anything wrong with our plan. Everything is still under control. In the event of the explosion in the capital of Solaris earlier, I had set up a nanomachine virus to diffuse into the atmosphere. I knew they were eventually going to break the seal, but the timing was a little close for comfort. The current mutations of the humans are an initial response to the virus. Once the virus we spread over the world germinates inside of the humans, they're no longer the same. They change into a controllable form. We need humans that do not depend on the key's invocation in order to awaken. In other words, a being to take the place of original body of God. Like a Trojan horse released at the time of assimilation with God. A literal virus, but isn't it different from what they intended? Of course, we can't let them have their way. The Ark of God is mine. Either way is fine by me. I'll just side with whichever is more certain, the certain one anyway. And sadly, this never gets to be explained, or not explained, but explored. Because I read in, with data mining or anything like that, whatever, behind the scenes, they were going to make a bunch of these kind of places that you were able to invade in and free them and stuff like that. And unfortunately, that's not going to be not going to happen, unfortunately. Anyways, I was finding the system. A group of facilities formerly created by Solaris. These facilities exist all over the Earth. It is said that originally these were used for biological experiments and brainwashing. The people who mutated that were called Wells, or the true form of humans, gathered at these facilities. Some of the humans turned Wells were attacking healthy humans and devouring their flesh and blood. That's because healthy human flesh and blood eased the pain of their sudden molecular changes and let them live longer. Their lives were so short. Soon after, severely mutated beings started to seek the flesh and blood of the less mutated beings. The Soylent system divided and merged those mutated bodies on a molecular level. A set of facilities that recreate a more perfect single life form to be used as a weapon. That was the truth behind the Yazel Ministry's M plan. This is so sick, but it's what they do. They have no morals. They have no morals at all. Go to those facilities and you will be able, you're freed from unbearable agony. So people gathered, seeking fulfillment of this promise. There's salvation there. The news spread, although no one actually uttered it. The mutated blood probably told such people to gather there. I meant they're destroyed the solar system. There, humans fought amongst themselves greedily for a limited pardon to live. It was an ugly battle to keep on living, or so it may have seemed to the casual passerby. There's even Solarian Gebler guards in that line, so they're not exempt either. But to me, they were desperately trying to live. It was each person's natural human form. There were the haves and the have-nots, and among them were some of my former friends from Solaris. They wanted our flesh and blood. They told us the haves should not share with the have-nots. They asked if a have, as a mystery, could understand their plane. I couldn't answer. No matter what I said, it could have sounded like a conceited have speaking. Even so, I wanted to relieve their anguish, and so I decided to do so, just like the person in the memory of my dreams in the distant past. And suddenly the system went out of control. The sulfur mass, monstrous organism still in the process of amalgamation, broke through the barrier of the life support facilities and stood before us. No longer of human form, that of which was human began eating the people gathered there seeking relief. We had to fight it in order to save the people, in order to save him. The eyes of that in which was once human looked at me, pleading for death. We take away the agony. So we don't want to use elemental stuff, so we will not be bringing him along. So I guess this seems okay. Yeah, I guess this seems alright. I mean, I could bring Rico, but he doesn't have a lot of death blows. He's kind of slow. I know I'm taking a long time for this, but this is a pretty hard fight. Not that hard, but it's pretty slightly difficult, so its hand's strongest attacks are elemental, unfortunately. I'll try Rico. And we definitely want to open the menu. They probably haven't changed gear in quite some time. That's fine. This stuff really definitely needs to be changed. Oh, and also Rico probably hasn't been changed. Yeah, he hasn't changed in a while either. So wait, is that the best I have currently? I guess it is. I don't have any more feather caps, sadly. You can take that off. We save? Yeah, we can save. Alright, let's see what Rico can do. And see, so we want to kill 3 of these and let the others live. That hurt a little bit. Erect, loser. Yes, he requires quite a bit of setup to get going. One of them is down. That's annoying, but not a big deal. By the way, that's the only he has that move. Really cool move. I wish more people could use it, but whatever. He doesn't know a lot of death blows, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, I think we should not attack. That was not very strong. Wow, I actually got both off. Very cool. Billy's gonna be quite low HP. No, that's not too bad. Alright, 3 of them are taken out. What was that? That was really bizarre. Yes, I'm being a little cocky and I'm trying to learn death blows in a boss battle. I thought this was a little harder. It's not that hard. I remember it being a lot harder than this, but it's really not that big of a deal at all. Just don't do elemental attacks on him and you're good. Keeps using that move, but it does nothing. It does literally nothing. Oh, okay. At least I didn't heal him. You can do this. Fine. Not much damage there, but that's okay. I should have done an attack boost on him to do more. Oh, well, I guess we're gonna win anyways. So it doesn't matter. Alright, now that he's gone, now we can just fight the regular Surfle. We're so far ahead that even this boss battle doesn't seem to really do anything. Bye. Bye now. I was being so cocky trying to learn death blows. I didn't learn any, sadly though, but it's fine. Lucian, please lend me your sword. There's finally gonna be another CG cutscene.
I'm sorry. I guess I couldn't help you after all. All I can do for you now is ease your wounds.
Really amazing voice acting, by the way. Top notch. Top tier. Top tier voice acting. No, it's terrible. But whatever. Please listen to me. Stop fighting amongst yourselves. We're all humans. This facility was built by the Solaris Ministry. It was created to implant their no waste plan. Such facilities were to convert mutated humans into weapons that serve as tools for their ambitions. Just one part of their overall plan was racial purification. Of course, once you enter their umbrella of their protection, you can avoid absolute death, but is that human life? And if you are the one left, only one left, if you're devoid of a heart, what does it all mean? All of you want to be loved, needed to be needed by someone, so we look for others. By ourselves, we are lonely, so we try to draw closer to live. That's what it means to be human. That's how people live. A single hand cannot clap. To relieve your pain, I'll give you however much of my flesh you need. Therefore, don't throw away your dignity as humans. Don't let go of your human heart. Ellie, are you okay? What are you doing? You think I'm doing something foolish? No. I only do what I could become. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. Well, to do have. Maybe it's only pity that for the have-nots. But if I can know the joy of giving out a little bit of life with left with me, I guess someday it may just be possible that one human can truly give love to another. People can do it. I truly believe they can. That's why. Ellie. After that, we went from place to place, destroying all the solar system facilities located on the surface of the Earth, and freed the people held at each of the locations. All the people that had been mutated were taken in by Nissan, where they received treatment. See, that's the part where we could have explored all those other ones, but nope, game was rushed. Those who had mutated only mildly were treated with Pharaoh's nanomachines, which reconstructed and revived them. They were able to return back to their normal bodies. Unfortunately, there were some that had such accelerated symptoms that their treatment was not as promising. Trying to bring them back to a form that has resembled a human was the best that could be done. However, mysteriously, they no longer fought each other for survival as they did when they were held by the solar system. Of course, the recovery from the physical pain of the mutation may have played a factor, but it wasn't only that. Majority of the people received by Nissan were those that had been admonished by Ellie and regained their humanity. Between her work in destroying the solar system facilities, Ellie also went around nursed the people in Nissan. She aided the bodies of those mutated and lent an ear to those who had no other place to go for help. She was the very image of the woman who created Nissan, Mother Sophia. It became rumored that Ellie was a reincarnation or a second advent of Sophia. Go to Nissan and you'll receive salvation. The news seemed to spread further about, and people came from all over to be saved, both physically and spiritually. Free from the supervision of Solaris, the surface dwellers began to unite in one place. Not gonna like that. The germinating of those destined to be the body of God, servant of God. As before, the humans are gathering in Nissan at this rate. Not to fear, this might actually be helpful to us. The time is up near. Should we not prepare for those who are to become the fleshy body of God and those who will awaken God? Time has come to activate the Gaia key. What? Kane? What more do you intend to do? I cannot allow you to use the key. Kane, what are you doing? Without the resurrection of God, our purpose cannot be fulfilled. Or are you planning on perishing within God, Kane? While fulfilling your purpose, you are fated from your birth. Why haven't you realized it? That does not arise from your own free will. I've heard enough. Yes, this is our own volition. If you still insist on opposing us. Ah! Have you not forgotten? You are my subordinates. I can destroy you if I so desire. Nah. We've already done our part. It's time to pass the helm to the next generation. The people will not perish. I wish we could know more about him, but sadly his time in the spotlight is very no pun intended on this part, but very limited. Although the initial impact of being released from the limiter seal caused some momentary chaos, everything slowly began to settle down. We then began to search for the animal relics, a catalyst to transform gears into Omni-Gears. In the past, 10 relics had been recovered. It said about half of those are in the hands of the Ministry. According to Zephyr, there should still be several more relics hidden in the lands. We knew then that Solaris would most certainly be searching for them. There's no way we could allow Solaris to have them. We visited a place where, using an archaic record, Zephyr and her people had been able to get clues on the whereabouts of the relics. Following the information we obtained from there, we headed towards the ruins of what seemed to be this ancient civilization. Alright guys, I think we've played enough for one day. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for today, and I'll talk about this. Actually, I'll probably mention it now. This place is if you guys remember in Brave Exvius, this is the area where the first raid took place. So it won't be any surprise if you know who the boss of the raid was. Yeah, so this place, as you can tell, pretty much this is the same place, and here is that one little building that you guys might recognize as well from the background of that raid. So that's it guys, thank you guys very much for watching, appreciate you, love all you guys, and I hope to see you in the next part. Peace.